Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. Going to roll down to Cleveland from Knoxville. So just going to get right back on I-75, go south a little bit. Going to roll up to Cleveland High School. Going to talk to a 6A coach. He's 4-0. He beat Farragut Friday night, 32-7. We bring live and on the air the head coach of the Blue Raiders, head coach Chandler Tygard. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm good, Stork. How you doing, buddy?
Doing real good. Well, so what's going on? You're 4-0, and you got a big one on Friday night. We'll talk about that. It's a non-district game, as you'll catch Ray County. But let's talk about what you're working on. You're setting at 4-0. So take us through Farragut. Let's go through Farragut first. So take us through 32-7. Take it away.
All right. Well, Farragut, we started out slow, so they came out, they took the ball and held the ball. So we only ran 40 plays of offense for the game. So we only had 350 total yards of offense, but defense played really, really well. We had 5 takeaways. We had a fumble return for a touchdown. A.J. Westfield, again, had 3 sacks, our defensive tackle. So the defense played great. They held them to under 250 total yards, and that was really a big difference in the game. We hit a bunch of deep balls. And then hit a couple wildcat package sweeps for touchdowns. That kind of like what you saw. We run behind an unbalanced line, and we had a running clock for a little bit, and then we let them score on 4th and 1 on the 1. They punched one in to take the running clock off, and so we didn't really get any of the JV guys or any of them in. But we're 4-0, so that's the first time Cleveland has been 4-0 in 16 years. So we are going for 5-0 this week. We hadn't done that in 18 years, so we're trying to break some history around here.
Well, that was my next question, and you just answered it because you're always on the ball with your records and whatnot to make sure that we are completely informed. So how long has it been? So when was it that they were 4-0? How long?
They were 4-0 in 2008. A guy by the name of Dan Wilson was the coach. He's a South Pittsburgh guy. That's where my wife's from. And so in 08, they were 4-0. In 06, they started 6-0. And we haven't been 7-0 since 1996 with the legendary Benny Monroe. So we knew going into the year there's been a bunch of streaks, and we had a chance to try to beat some of these streaks. And it's been 11 years since we've won a playoff game. It's been 9 years since we have beaten our rival Bradley Central. And so there's a lot of streaks on the line this year, and we're hoping we can get it done each week.
Did you get done what you need to get done Friday night, Coach? You're going to be hitting Game 5 real quick, and the most important thing is you got to be ready for the back half of the season, because I'm telling you, even after Friday night, you ain't got nothing but an uphill battle. And, you got Maryville waiting in the wings, and you're going to see Knox Bearden, and there's some goons out there waiting for you, and they want to snap your neck.
Yeah, and so we've already been watching a little bit of Maryville and Bearden. We've got Ray County this week and Red Bank next week, and Red Bank's always got some players, and Ray County's 3-1. They're doing a good job. And so, we've only got 48 kids that are dressing out varsity football, so we're one of the smaller rosters in 6A. We just got to stay healthy, and, we had one of our shorter Wednesday practices today, just trying to keep them fresh and get them to Friday night, and as long as we stay healthy, our 22 play will be pretty good.
Well, and that's the big thing is, you just mentioned the most crucial thing is you got to do a couple of things here real quick. You got to grow in the next 5 weeks, and you got to stay healthy, and you got to get better, or the writing on the wall. If not, this little deal could unwind quick. So got to stay healthy, and if not, you got to be ready. And you got to work on some depth. And hopefully you did that. And hopefully you did that Friday
happened
night.
Last year. So we started out 5-1 last year. We got ranked in 6A for the first time in school history and all that. But then we ended up in the season 6-5. Because once you hit the region slate, you've got to go through. We've got a bye week, then we have to play at Bearden at home on fall break, which is gross. No one wants to do that.
Nope.
Then you got to go to Maryville, then you got to go to Bradley Central, then you got to go to Hardin Valley, and then you got the playoffs. But the good news is, we're 4-0. We beat Farragut, so we've got making the playoffs. which is a big deal in our region because it is hard to make the playoffs in our region. It's not just being the 4 seed, and in some places is not that big a deal. Or here, like you're either knocking out Bradley or Farragut or Hardin Valley or somebody that's actually pretty good. So beating Farragut's a big win. And then the next thing is we got to get back up for Ray County though, because Ray County does not like Cleveland very much.
So I mean, basically right now, setting you got to get through. I mean, the Maryville's the tasty game. We know that. Everybody knows that. If you've been around Tennessee football, that's the tasty one. So right now, I mean, of course, the Hardin Valley game is big, but you got to come away with a win against Bearden and to be in that number right to be in that number two to be in that number right to be in that number 2 slot and host a playoff game.
Yeah. The Bearden game's going to be who hosts it, and somehow if we can come away with that one, then Maryville could be for a possible region championship, and not to mention Bradley's in our region. That's our biggest rivalry game down here. We haven't beat them in 9 years, so there's a lot of big games on the horizon. Which is the hard part is you can't let the kids or coaches start focusing too much on those when you've got a good Ray County team and a dangerous Red Bank team and a bye week. So, get through the next we got to get through this Friday and the next couple weeks first before we, worry about those.
Yeah, complacement may be your worst enemy. I mean, because if you think you're complacent or you think you're good and you go in there to Ray County, they're going to pop you in the mouth is what's going to happen.
They're going to try. They're coming to our place, and it's homecoming.
Yeah, I remember you went down there last year, so I know. So you got homecoming.
We got the homecoming festivities and all that, and there's a lot of pregame stuff going on and some distractions. There's a volleyball game in the middle of the school day, and the volleyball team always plays Maryville for whatever reason in the middle of the school day, and so they're coming down, and the whole student body will be there. So, there's dress-up days and all that. So all that stuff's going on. Everybody's telling you how good you are and, how we're breaking these streaks. And, we're ranked 5th in the state, I think right behind Ravenwood and Coach Hester. And, we're doing all these good things. And, as soon as you start believing it too much, then you can let one slip to a Ray County team that's a little dangerous. And, we got to stay on top of that.
Well, you said you was preparing for Maryville. You just, and I told you, and I'll tell everybody else. The one thing about it is they love to get you 14 and down 14 points, and then let you just make a big bunch of mistakes, and then they'll end up scoring 42 points, and you'll end up 21, 28, and they'll run you.
I talked to your buddy Coach Creasy yesterday, and we were already talking about Maryville and Bearden, how to prepare for those teams, and they got a big game with Blackman this week. So we had a good little chat yesterday. So I figured you'd like that.
Oh yeah. I was over watching the Mad Scientist today, and when you're sitting there and I said, "What's this on the table?" And he says, "That's the 144 plays new that I'm going to run on Friday night against Matt Kreisky." So I mean, nothing's changed, Coach. Either one, it's according to what type of medicine you want. So he is a mad scientist, as we love to say, but good at his craft. I mean, anybody that can implement 100 and some few plays in 5-6 days, I mean, that's pretty daggone good. But
he laid in a lot of that stuff, so we've taken a lot and brought it down here, which you saw the other day, or a couple weeks ago. So it's a big game this week, so I'm excited to see who wins that one.
Coach, we can't thank you enough. I appreciate you being on Inside the Headset. Good luck against Ray County in that home non-district game, homecoming. Neon lights, fireworks. Are we shooting anybody out of a cannon? I mean, is Elvis going to be there dressed up? What's coming Friday night?
We are doing. This is a good one. We're doing the Pediatric Cancer Awareness Night, and so there's been a lot of families here in Cleveland that have been affected by pediatric cancer. So we're doing some fundraising for that at the gate. Every kid. That there's a bunch of families that have been affected are going to go out and pregame. There's some videos and some tributes, and then the coaches are wearing yellow ribbons, and so that's kind of the big thing this week. We always have a theme, but this one hits a little more serious.
Yep.
When you start talking about little kids and cancer. So yeah, we're going to try to raise some awareness, raise some money, And so that's going to be the big goal this week.
Well, and, I tease you about it because I know you always got a theme, so I had to ask because I know my coaches, so that's my job is to know what is the theme or what's going on or what's – but great job and great effort, and we appreciate your contribution in trying to take care of that situation over in Cleveland. Good luck Friday night, and come away with a win, and have a great homecoming, Coach.
Thanks, Thor. Appreciate you, buddy. Talk to you next week. Go
See you.
Raiders.
Bye.